First, let's get the news, travel and weather wherever you are this morning.
It is 9 minutes past 8. If someone you knew had been diagnosed with cancer, the chances are you'd assume they'd head straight for the operating room or maybe some chemotherapy.
But when Kelly Logan was told she had stage 2 breast cancer, she went against doctors' advice and decided to opt for a raw food diet to try to fight the illness. And Kelly joins us now along with Dr. Sarah Jarvis. That must have been a big decision.
Biggish, yeah.
What made
big.
you decide to do that, Kelly, rather than going down the conventional route of the chemotherapy?
My children.
OK.
Yeah, it was... I wanted to be as healthy as I could for them so that we could continue having a normal life, so that it didn't affect, obviously, my teenage son who's going through his GCSE studying at the moment. So it would have been a bit of an upheaval for him.
But then I suppose some might be thinking, gosh, for your children, wouldn't it be best to heed every bit of the doctor's advice to increase your chance of ultimately beating the disease?
Yeah, well, that's my whole purpose in obviously doing the raw food diet. It's to detox my body so that I have got a better chance to fight it.
Can you explain what the diet is that you're going through and where you got the idea to do it?
Basically, I do a lot of green juicing. It's a lot. I'm doing about 20 pounds in weight worth of greens every single day.
Every day?
Yeah, which would be impossible to obviously eat that amount. So juicing it is the best way to get a good amount of nutrients inside my body to actually detox.
And it's the only thing you're having is just...
It's the only thing I'm doing at the moment is the juicing.
And how do you feel having just that?
I feel brilliant. I feel brilliant. I actually feel a lot healthier than what I did about 3-4 years ago.
So I suppose the idea is to flood your body with nutrients. And you're hoping that will give it a chance for your body to heal itself.
Yeah, give me a better chance to fight the disease.
What do you make of that then, Sarah, as an approach?
Well, diet, we know having a healthy diet is always great in terms of your general health, but I have to say, you know, Kelly knows I can't possibly agree with this as an idea. We've halved the number of women who die from breast cancer in the last couple of decades because of advances in the treatments that we've got. And we know that while people do die when they've had chemotherapy and people do survive when they haven't, you are very much stacking the odds in your favour by having the treatment the doctors recommend.
When you hear that, Kelly, does that not make you think, you know, maybe I'm taking a bit of a risk?
Not really. Life's a risk. You've just got to take it by the bull by the horns, really, and take your own life. Well, I'm taking my own. I'm not suggesting that other people do it, obviously, because there's people out there that do rely on conventional treatment. But personally, myself, I think what I'm doing at the moment to alkalise my body, giving it a good chance, so that if I do choose to have conventional therapy, I'm well enough to actually fight it.
So how is it progressing? Is it working, in your view?
My tumour's not growing fast. It's growing quite slowly. So I think because I'm actually detoxing and alkalising my body, it is helping with the growth.
And you haven't ruled out at some point in the future if you need to actually going down the more conventional route? It's just right now what you're trying is an alternative approach?
But chemotherapy has always been a no-no for me anyway. I've always said if I ever got cancer, I will never go down the chemo route. Surgery would be possible, but at the moment they're only offering a mastectomy, so...
One of the things to bear in mind is that, unfortunately, the other thing that I absolutely don't recommend is that Kelly waited 8 years after she first noticed the lump. Now, she's got her own reasons. Obviously, it's her body. It was her choice. But absolutely, if you find a lump, go and get it looked at quickly, because the earlier you have it looked at, the less likely you are to need a mastectomy, the more likely you are not to need chemotherapy and other treatments.
OK, Kelly, thank you so much for joining us. Best of luck with the ongoing